Am I the asshole for asking my wife to leave instead of my parents after a fight about her religion? So I'm 31M, my wife is 29F, and we've been married for a little over a year. Together for 5. My parents are hardcore Christians. I grew up in that world, but honestly, I don't really practice anymore. I'd call myself more agnostic, but I still try to keep the peace by going along with my parents when it comes to holidays and family gatherings. My wife, on the other hand, is Hellenic. She takes it seriously. She's got an altar for Aphrodite in our living room and one for Dionysus in her closet. She celebrates festivals, makes offerings, the whole thing. I've always respected it. It's never been a problem between us, but my parents, they've never hidden their feelings. Before they even moved in, my dad once refused to eat bread my wife baked at Christmas because it had been part of one of her rituals. And my mom once joked that we'd probably have the gods raising our kids instead of us. I laughed back then, but looking back, that was a mistake. Fast forward to a few months ago. My dad lost his job and they ended up getting kicked out of their rental. Out of guilt, I told them they could stay with us for a while. It was supposed to be temporary, but 4 months later, they were still here. And during that time, they made my wife miserable. My mom broke one of her offering bowls, then said maybe it was a sign from God. My dad constantly made comments about praying for her soul. And the worst, my mom sprinkled holy water in my wife's closet, on her altar, and even in our bedroom, saying she was protecting us. My wife cried more than once about feeling like she wasn't welcome in her own home. She begged me to say something stronger, but I kept trying to calm things down quietly, thinking I was keeping the peace. She said I wasn't sticking up for her. And honestly, she was right. The breaking point came last week. She was finally celebrating a festival she'd been putting off, Aphrodisia. She had a couple friends over, candles lit, offerings out, everything looked beautiful. My parents walked in halfway through. My mom said she wasn't comfortable having that in the house, and my dad yelled that he wouldn't allow false idol worship under his roof. My wife snapped, saying it was her house too and that they'd already ruined it for her once. My dad shouted back that she was dragging me away from God. My wife's friends were sitting there, awkward as hell, and I panicked. Instead of standing up for her, I told her to just leave until things calmed down. The look on her face when I said that is burned into my memory. She didn't scream, she didn't argue. She just went upstairs, grabbed some of her things, and left with her friends. My parents acted relieved like I had finally chosen their side. But my wife hasn't answered my calls since. She told me over text later that she was tired of fighting to matter as much to me as my parents do. And the truth is, she's right. I failed her completely. So, Reddit, AITA for asking my wife to leave instead of my parents?